All right, guys and girls, it's Thursday, 25th of May, 2023. Yeah, so we've been looking at a couple of things here, but namely the DAX below 15,870s. I like the shorts there actually, but let's see if that survives the day. But moving then on to NASDAQ, and you can see there's a gap put in overnight. It opened at 13,846s, and we are bid up here 2% already on the session on the NASDAQ. SPOO's up zero point 0.6, and just really taking back some of the hard selling that we've had over this week so far. So the Dow, can't say much about that in terms of we're only we're down 0.2 on the Dow. So kind of going onto oil as well. So just to show you here, we got this gap in oil. We'll start off with oil. We got this gap in oil. We've now closed that gap. Okay, so we also then have a couple of areas of interest. We have a CVAL down here, 7230s, bit of size on 7250s might be enough to entice us down here and, get that snake out of the cage, and down we go. Test the QP val, and then bang, we might look for the longs from there. I think the market's going to have a hell of a time trying to sell down below the 7189s today. So you may see something happen here, but around 72.42s to 29s. But I'd prefer just a nice little clean touch on the 71.89s and then look for longs to go higher. Let's see, what does the daily have to say about that on oil? Yeah, so there's this, there's a bit of a trend going on here, bit of a trend going on there, but this is really more meaningful here on the daily bars on oil. So should we reverse down, just let me get my current price line on here. Should we reverse down to the 71.89s, you can see where that trade is kind of confluent with quite a few nice little nuggets there of support, and then we can look for the longs from there to push back above 74.03s where we've met that resistance. All right, so easy peasy stuff there. S&P, yeah, it's quite clear on for the pullback on equities right now. So essentially, quite easy to look at this here. I've done this on TikTok already as well. Do check me out on TikTok. But yeah, we've had the breakout, 2 days of breaking out, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 days of pulling back. So I think we could do with coming just a little bit lower. Well, maybe not actually. We have seen, the bars have supported this sell off here so far. So maybe that is the low we get on equities before then romping on to target 42's half. I think if the market can't hold 41.18s in today's session, I think we gotta talk about this happening. Yeah. So that's the 41.18s is the last ditch effort for this market to hold the trend or the breakout concept. We're just pulling back in now to day 5 pullback, and this is the last chance for the market, if you ask me. What else? The VIX, yeah, I think the VIX is going to drop off and go to yesterday's low at 19.19s. There you go. That's the dollar now breaking down. It's been holding VWAP all day, so I think a bit of a pullback onto 103.80s for the Dixie. And then let's see if that makes sense to short the euro at around 1.077s, which is a trade I'm looking for today. And yeah, bonds. So really, let's look at the T notes, because this is really the trade we do need to be monitoring over the debt, the debt limit chat and the potential default and blah blah blah. So we kind of go out to weekly bars here on T notes, right? You'll see that there's quite an obvious just kind of breakdown occurring here on T notes. So I'm just loading data back to 2014 here. While we're doing that, we could just let that load. But while we're doing that, we'll look at gold here. Yeah, gold's in a little bit of a compromised position here, but I like the supports that we're getting on 1957s. So down around here, 1957s. I think if you reverse down on gold onto down in here, down onto 1960, you're going to get buyers, and we're going to be going up. Okay. There's a little bit of a morning trend on the upside that we're breaking out of here, trying to break out of. But I like a little reversal down, find the bars 1960s, PVAH, and then up we go, right? And then hit for 1968s and higher. And that will be a clean auction start for the P-Val. So, yeah. All right, let's see where T-Notes is now. If we loaded this chart up. And there we go. So, seeing here on T-Notes, I'll just firm up this trend. Yeah, so essentially I think we need to pull back onto trend here before finding supports to get back on up. So I'll take that trend off. Yeah, but I like the supports that we've currently found here this morning. 112.30 halves. It's just actually snuck that in the last kind of 45 minutes. The bonds are really looking good here. So, I think we may have seen the low for the bonds for the week. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're going at least on T-Notes to 113.12 halves, if not a lot higher to retest on 113.25, 25 half to be precise. All right, but I think the longs are not available anymore right now for your average risk profile. Okay, that's it. All right, enjoy this session. Best of luck, guys.